Alright, what's going on, guys? Trev back again, here to bring you another video. This one's going to be doing another Walking Dead video for today. In this one, we're going to give our thoughts first on now getting confirmation for what the CRM stands for, what it is, and also Walking Dead World Beyond, the new series, the third series, officially being pushed back. Alright, how are we doing, guys? Happy Saturday. So I wanted to go ahead and do a video on this one today. Got some good comments from you guys. And no, before you guys asked, I have not seen episode 13 yet, Michonne's last episode. Very excited for tomorrow night. Definitely don't fault anybody if they have premiere, if they watched it early. You know, if you've already seen it, I know a few of you guys have mentioned to me that you've already seen it, but I'm just going to watch it on Sunday night as per usual with most of you guys, because I know most people that's when you watch it, and then looking forward to seeing what they're going to do with Talking Dead kind of after that, because it is an epically, you know, it's an epic episode. It's Michonne's final episode after she's been in the series for what, since season 2 finale. So do we count that as, like, you know, not 8 years, 9 years, whatever? I guess you can count the seasons if you want to. She's been in the series a long time. So with it finally being her last episode, they've decided, it sounds like, that they're going to do something. We'll see what it is, if it's remote or something, online or something. You know, either way, I'm happy they're doing that. And, you know, maybe be careful of the comments, guys, because of possible spoilers for this episode coming up, but I'll try to clean them as best I can if I get to them in time. So how are all of you guys doing? Are a lot of you guys kind of off work? That's one of the reasons why I thought a lot of people are going to watch it early this weekend, is because I know that here in Canada, meanwhile in Canada, right, up in Canada with our hockey sticks and our maple syrup, this week there was 500,000 people that applied for unemployment insurance. So for us, that's an insane amount. You know, usually there's, like, I think, like it said, like 12, 20, something around like 12 or 20,000, one of those two numbers. I forget exactly, but 500,000 versus, you know, 10 or 20,000 like usual. So that's a lot of people that are unfortunately being kind of laid off or not asked to come into work because of what's been going on in the world with you know, the COVID, with TS19. So how are you guys doing? Leave a comment below about that if you wouldn't mind. I'd like to hear how you guys are doing, and you know, if you're doing okay with kind of the layoffs or whatnot, or if you're still working, or if you are laid off, or what the case is, because there's so many businesses that are kind of in halted or just shut down right now with that, and we're going to get into that in a minute with even how that's affecting AMC with World Beyond being pushed back. But first, let's give our thoughts on the explanation or the meaning behind these CRM. So we've been hearing about, I think since Scott Gimple had mentioned it, that the Walking Dead CRM is a group that we're going to see. It's probably the group that's responsible for taking Rick, or at least some kind of small arm of it. And you can see from the logo they've got the 3 borromine rings, so that probably means that there's a few different groups that make up the CRM, and maybe one of them or two of them will be good, and maybe one of them will be bad or something, experimentation or something. So we're going to see how that kind of that all kind of fits in with Rick and the movies and the TV series. And there's a cool double meaning here. I'll get into it in a minute, at least. I think that's what they're going with this. But here's the official definition or meaning for the CRM. So the C, it's Civic, Republic, Military, and I'll put the link in the description so you can check it out from the Walking Dead's official Twitter account, AMC Talking Dead, I guess. And that's where they mentioned it, that the CRM means Civic, Republic, Military. So let's break that down. The first word, civic, so relating to, this is a definition from Google I just grabbed, relating to a city or town, especially its administration, so municipal. Republic, a state in which supreme power is held by the people and their elected representatives, and which has an elected or nominated president rather than a monarch. So, you know, voting in, you know, like, yeah, so a president, this type of thing, rather than a king or a queen or whatever. Military, the armed forces of a country, so pretty obvious there. So that's what it is. So it's Civic, Republic, Military. So, yeah, so I guess what can we tell from that? Well, it sounds pretty organized, military part of it, and it sounds like the lady that we see in the previews and the trailer might be their president or something like this for this CRM group. The other meaning of it, which is cool if you type it in on Google and you just type in CRM and you look at what it means. It means customer relationship management. So customer relationship management. So I think this might be, it could be a mistake. It could just be a coincidence, but Gimple's pretty smart. I think he might have put a double meaning in here because it's sort of like he's managing their relationship with the fans, right? So customer relationship management. So fan base relationship management. Can you kill Rick? Not for the fans. So he set up a CRM, a fan base relationship management, so he doesn't turn us all off and we don't all quit Walking Dead, right? so he's got this CRM group. It's managing the AMC Walking Dead relationship with us, the fan base, and it's being used to continue to keep the fans happy, right? The the customers happy. So it certainly has accomplished that by keeping Rick alive in the background there for the movies and stuff. It certainly is customer relationship management. I can tell you that, that's for sure. Because if he had just been killed off, I don't know how people would feel about Walking Dead right now. If Rick would have just died in episode 5 of season 9, I don't know if that would have been like just maybe the end of The Walking Dead, or if people would have just been like, okay, I quit, I'm done. But just the idea of being able to see a movie and being able to see that, it is. You're managing that rapport, that relationship that you have with the fan base, with those Walking Dead fans, with those Walking Dead customers. So it could just be a coincidence. Maybe that's not what he intended, but I read it and I just think Gimple all the way, because it's like it feels to me like he just does shit like that just for whatever. An example I always use is of season 5 when the wolves come in, right? When Morgan shows up, there's like body parts leading up to the finale. There's body parts that match Morgan's gear and Morgan's stuff, and so they put it in, they mislead you, and they make you think you're gonna kill Morgan, and then no, they don't. So it's just like messing with people. It's just like one of those little details, a layered meaning there for people. I don't know, or maybe just a coincidence, but I think it's kind of fun. So the other part that's not such good news, which is relating to we can't avoid it. I wanted to not spotlight it too much, but good freaking luck with that, because it's affecting just about every part of our lives now, right? Even Walking Dead it's affecting. So World Beyond has unfortunately been pushed back. Sorry guys, for those of you guys who were looking forward to checking out a new Walking Dead series. It was set for April 12th, and it says the new drama will now launch later this year. So that's a quote, later this year. AMC announced Friday on The Walking Dead's official Twitter account. So that was yesterday. So there it is for you guys today. The updated news that they, they pushed it back for now. So, at least we're getting to see new episodes of The Walking Dead still. At least they haven't decided to push back like Michonne's last episode or something like that. I'm happy for that they're going full steam ahead with those episodes they've already done. I'm saddened to hear that Fear has been halted, so likely that will probably be pushed back too in terms of its release. I mean, who knows, right? Who knows what they're going to do with both that and with World Beyond here. But a decent prediction would be they'll probably push World Beyond back for maybe a month or two or something, and then Fear will probably be pushed back after that too. I was hoping we could see a few episodes of Fear season 6, and then there'd be like a break, and then we'd see the few more, and then another break, and then the back half. But based on what's going on right now in the world, I mean, who really knows like what's going to get done in terms of entertainment? Like Stranger Things season 4, for example, that's been stopped too. So there's all these things that are being pushed back. World Beyond being pushed back now. So, and then Fear probably will be pushed back too. Maybe me thinking that they would show like the first 3 or 4 episodes, do a mini break, do the others, and then a mid-season break, and then the second half. That's probably pie in the sky at this point. That's probably not going to happen. It's probably just the whole season will probably be pushed back if they do a second half. But I wouldn't be surprised if like maybe they do. I hope they do. I hope they do the full season still. But because of just these pushbacks and everything, I would not be surprised if we had a reduced season of Fear for this year, like a season 6 of Fear is like, I don't know, half the amount of episodes, like 8 episodes or 10 episodes or something like that, just because of the way it gets pushed out, and it screws up the whole schedule for everything that they're doing. So, and then Walking Dead season 11 will probably be pushed back a month or two. So it's quite unfortunate. But yeah, I mean, I know for a lot of you guys, like that's entertainment, that's one thing, but a lot of us personally, it's affected our lives, probably all of us, where I know for a lot of you guys, I've heard too, if you're out of work or whatever, I mean, that's a more serious issue than just what's going on with Walking Dead. I mean, obviously, so I feel for you guys, and hopefully, we can get like some word on a vaccine or something, or, the economy can kind of jumpstart itself again pretty soon, because, you have some bad effects here too, right? Like, you want to keep everybody safe, so you want to shut things down so people are not spreading it even faster, because you're protecting people and saving lives. But at the same time, with us doing that, which it makes total sense to do it, the downside of it is that you're like shutting down the economy. People applying for unemployment insurance, people going to be out of work, going to be on government checks and whatnot. I did hear from one person that Trump may do like a stimulus thing and give out money in the States to like $1,000 per adult or something like that. You can look it up online, and I think $500 per child or something. So families will get some everybody will get some cash if they do that. I think that'd be a good idea. That'd be cool. Banks, I think, are doing like deferred payments or delayed payments on mortgages. So that's something that I've heard of too, especially at least here in Canada. They're doing that. All the big banks here are delaying the mortgage payments so that people can wait until they get back to work or whatever before they can make those payments. So, and the utilities are all staying on even though people can't pay, so they won't shut off your electricity if you miss or whatever. But it sucks for everybody because they still want to get paid, so a lot of those are going to be deferred later. But it's just like okay, so we get to keep our power even if we can't pay for it. But then later on, we're going to probably have to foot that bill anyway later. So it's not like it's just going to disappear. We're just going to have to pay it later down the road. And it just backs people up in terms of what they can do. So, yeah, so let me know how you guys are doing. I just really want to see, because, you guys are my subscribers and viewers. So I just want to see how you guys are doing. Some of the different comments we've got for today. So Ash Williams says, they're definitely talking about the movies on Talking Dead. Michonne's last episode was mind-blowing. So he saw it. He said it was mind-blowing, really good. So that sounds pretty cool. And, I hope we get Gimple on Sunday for Talking Dead. I hope he talks about the movies and whatnot. That'll be a good piece of some positive information to kind of get out there, with just everything else being pushed back and delayed and whatnot. It's not bad to get some of that positive, kind of fun news and be able to just think about something fun coming up that eventually will get done, but probably even later now because of the world situation. Peter Francis says, Trev, a lot of Negan fans don't want Maggie to return because they think she might kill Negan. I think we did kind of a video on that. Maybe it was a live stream where we discussed whether or not Maggie and Negan can coexist. I want to see her response to seeing Negan being free and having earned his freedom. I mean, she is not going to be happy about that. She is going to be like, what the F? That could cause like a civil war or something. So we'll see what she does when she finally gets, kind of gets back here. But I'm looking forward to seeing what they do with it. I don't think she will kill Negan, and I certainly don't think Negan would kill her. So I think that it's going to be interesting to see what they do. Maybe she'll just smack him every once in a while or beat him up or something. I don't know. But he'll let her or something, something like that. I don't know, man. But I don't think that when she comes back, she's going to be killing Negan. I don't think that's a deal. But they got to address it too. Jake Cullinan says, Trev, I really enjoy your thoughts on the whole TS19 thing. Don't apologize for it. A lot of us enjoy it. So, I don't want to. It's a sensitive topic right now for sure. With regards to possible starts for it and some other ideas going against the conformist public opinion, maybe people are not really, just based on the situation, maybe people don't really want to talk about that right now, right? They just want to think, okay, this is what happened, that's it, cool, and then let's go from there, right? So, and I get that. I mean, for all we know, it could be totally natural or whatnot. It's just that with the percentages, that's what I was thinking. And a lot of people were wondering, too, where I got my numbers from. It's the same place I got them on Monday, Worldometers. It's got a breakdown per country. It's got the charts. It's got everything laid out. So that's what I use. And yes, right now, according to the closed cases, it's 11%. I'm sure that's going to go down, and there could be some things that could be causing that. Like if China, there is some discussion whether or not China helped everybody who were infected, or whether, and there's some videos online you can watch about this, a lot of gunfire, a lot of stuff going on. Let's just put it this way, did they send the paramedics, or did they send in the death squads? Did they send in the military and the police and say, anybody who's got it, China's kind of crazy like that. So I don't know. You can look into that if you want to. You can watch some videos if you want to. But warning, they're very dark. So China's kind of different. So maybe that has an effect on the percentage in terms of the mortality rate. Maybe the way China handled it. And, you know, I don't know. And again, with their numbers, how do you trust their numbers? They do all kinds of crazy stuff with their numbers for illness and stuff like that. Even in the past, they've always done that. So it's like, you know, do you trust the Chinese government that much? I certainly don't. I trust the Chinese government less than I trust probably any other government, really. I mean, it's a pretty, I wouldn't say corrupt system, but it's, you know, it's still got the, communist influences? I don't know what you want to think of it. But, yeah, I don't mean to offend anybody by bringing it up or whatever because, again, like I said, this is affecting all these different things in our lives, even entertainment and our way of life, our economy. You know, anybody who was planning on retiring, you know, maybe a year or 2 years ago, or just thinking about, I was starting to get, you know, a little bit close to even thinking about it, maybe do part-time at my job for a while or something, or do YouTube a little bit more, and now I'm like, I'm not going to do that. So everybody's hurting. I feel like everybody's been brought down a level, you know, not even being able to go to work. Anyone who's older and maybe was just ready to retire, like 65, 64, 66, somewhere around that range, is like, damn, dude, and all the markets in the world just crash. Everything crashes. You know, it's like no matter what you're in, it all crashes. And I'm just talking about pensions here. Like you have a pension, whatever you work your whole life for, you go to retire, and then it's like, boom, you know, this type of thing happens. And then people are like, got to go back to work. And it's like, wait, no, everything's closed. Can't go back to work. It's like, well, shit, what are we going to do? So it'll be all right. But, you know, it's going to take some time, guys. But we'll get back to it. It's going to be okay. But it's a bit of a crazy time for everybody, no doubt. Vonda Martin says Trump is the catastrophe. So not everybody likes Trump. But if he does the money give out, I think people will like him more, right? He's the money man, right? Everyone chill. Here's some cash. Everybody, it's going to be okay. But, you know, is $1,000 a person going to make that much of a difference? I don't know. You know, maybe, you know, it's kind of cool. It's a cool incentive. It's like, oh, thanks. You know, that's cool. But, you know, I mean, depending on mortgages and stuff like this, maybe a month or two or something. I don't know. It's just a little bit, right? Serendipity Indy says, Trev, stop touching your face. Take it easy, man. I hope you and yours are well and remain well. Yeah, I touch my face way too much. It's just something I do. It's a habit. It's something, I don't know. But yeah, man, I'll probably get it at some point. I'm just thinking, but you know what? I'm sure I can fight it off. I'm, you know, at a good age and everything, and my test levels are good, so I should be, and my lungs are really good, so like from weightlifting and running and stuff like that. So I should be just fine. You know, I'm not worried about that. My immune system is strong, very strong. You know, so I should be just fine. Tim F says it's the older people we got to worry about, or the autoimmune deficiency people. You know, the really we got to focus more on as far as that goes, I think. And again, I hope the numbers are totally wrong, and I hope that the actual mortality rate, like the real one, is like 3 or 4% or 2% or 1%. I mean, the lower the better. But I hope that's true. You know, and we'll see how the whole thing, you know, like there's a lot of people online who just think the whole thing is just total bogus. Like everything's bogus. The numbers are bogus. You know, yes, there's an illness out there. Yes, there's people getting sick, but with the media, the propaganda and everything, it's just a fear-based promotion, and maybe they're right to a degree. Maybe the numbers are, you know, over-reported, or the burnout rate and mortality rate is over-reported. I hope that's true, right? I think we all do. But yeah, I'm doing well. Don't worry about me. I'm just kind of burned out from work because I'm working really hard. You know, helping a lot of people, and people are a bit stressed because of the situation. So everybody is, you know. So it's what it is. So. Yeah, Tim F says, unpopular opinion, I'm sure, but I've never been a Carol fan. I'm glad Negan got the kill. It would have been too predictable and cheesy if Carol squared off with Alpha. So if you saw some kind of like, you know, fight down between Carol and Alpha, like Beta and Daryl did last year, and Carol throws her down an elevator shaft or something. You know, I would have liked to see that. You know, I know it's simple, I know it's like not complicated, and it's too cheesy or too easy, but I would have wanted to see it, Tim. I don't know why, I just would have. But I like it that she sent Negan in, because it's like Alpha sent her goons, her whisper goons, after Carol, and we didn't even think they were real. We thought it was a dream or something, like a nightmare. And now Carol sent in Negan after Alpha, and Negan got her. So, you know, it's kind of cool in that way too. Like it's an eye for an eye, right? So, Sebrin69 says, man, if Alden shot Beta in the head with that arrow like he did Mary, there's no possible way he would have survived that, bro. Can't argue with that. If Alden would have shot him in the head and he would have hit him, he's got probably a big ass head, right? So if he would have done that, he would have just killed Beta right now. That's true. Yeah, I can't argue with that. But it was his choice, and that's what he decided to go. GM also called me out on the 10%. Again, I'm just quoting the site, dude. Worldometers. I'm just taking what's there, and I compared it to all these other sites, and it just looked like it had the most detailed stats to me, and it seemed very accurate to me, day by day breakdown. So that's what I went with. But people are upset about that, and well, rightfully so, because that is ridiculously high, and it means something about what it is we're dealing with here. If it's even close to true, even if it's 5 or 6%, it's still ridiculous. Trev, you have no, okay, you're person directly towards me. You're saying, Trev, you have no idea how many people are carrying the virus. Okay, what do you mean I have no idea? You mean we have no idea. So you're saying me. Okay, take me out of the equation, all right? Because I'm just the same as you. You have your opinion, I have my opinion. That's cool. It's no problem. What you should be saying is we don't, in total, like us as people, as humanity, we don't know exactly how many people carry it and how many people have it. Are there enough test kits for everybody? I guarantee everybody in the world. Are there like 7.7 billion test kits or whatever? I don't think so. I haven't looked that up, but I wouldn't think so. But yeah, you're right. We don't know. There's a lot of information here. We don't know. Of the reported numbers that are recorded on that site and a lot of other sites, that's what they say. So, could you be saying that the numbers are totally wrong? Yeah, you could be right, and I hope they are. What else do you want me to say? I hope it is way wrong. I hope it's like 1% or 2 or 3. But, when you look at the different sites and you look at the breakdowns, that's got a really, really good breakdown, and it looks legit to me. Like day by day, you can see everything, and it's not pretty, right? So, but it's what it is. So I hope the numbers are completely wrong. Again, I hope it's fear propaganda, and I hope that the media and the governments are just trying to scare the crap out of everybody to bring in something later. I hope it's not true. I don't you? I mean, I know you do, right? You wish that it's over-reported. You wish that those numbers are wrong. I hope so too, man. I really do. Diana Rainey says, hey, Trev, do you think U.S. can crack down on China for spreading another virus? Is there a way we can penalize them? Because it started there, right? So let's get into what Diana's saying here one way or another. But, and I know this is a Walking Dead video, but guys, this is everywhere. Like, this is pushing into everything. I'm just taking your guys' comments and putting them in here. So, okay, so if it naturally came from the wet markets in China, and it's totally natural, do we think that we can hold China accountable for this kind of thing having developed, and that they need to shut those wet markets down no matter what the economic cost of doing so, even if you have to have guards go around there every year, every month, checking and making sure those are shut down and arresting people if they're engaging in that kind of market behavior. And then it has to be stopped, right? From Diana. So that's the one. The other option is if it was created by China, it was an accident. So basically, one way or another, if it was natural and it came from there, or if it was the opposite and not natural and a bioweapon, should the U.S. Well, let's just say we, because U.S. basically represents the world now. Should we say that the rest of us in the world should hold them accountable for it and fine them or something? The thing, it won't happen, even if that makes sense, because we rely on China so much for everything. Like everything, made in China, everything's made in China. So we depend and we rely on them for our economic production, and they do it at a very at a world competitive market value for what like even probably too low, to be honest, right? I think we can probably agree on that for the most part. But would there be some kind of economic penalty or something like this that China would agree to pay to everybody? I mean, the economic costs are in the trillions. The cost of life is equal or higher, right? So is there like something we could put on them? Would they do it anyway? And we've got to be really careful with stuff like that. I mean, I don't think. Yeah, I mean, I just think that it'll be chalked up to an act of nature, and that we wouldn't put any kind of an amount, because I know after World War II they did, and World War I too, there was a treaty for Germany to pay war damages. So because of the war and the fights that were going down and everything and all the cities that were destroyed, after World War I, Germany was ordered, Treaty of Versailles, is that the name of it? They were ordered to pay damages for what they had done, their part in the war and everything. Basically, because they lost, right? Is, you know, whoever wins, like, you know, you can say war crimes to the other, whatever, blah blah blah, because you beat them, so now you can do whatever. So and that also turned into World War II. So got to be really careful with penalizing, you know, countries. You know what they did with Germany after World War I, and they put the Treaty of Versailles and everything, and the economic cost was crippling to Germany. And then that caused World War II to that was one of the causes, you know, of World War II to push forward, because Germany was in economic very bad economic condition because they couldn't pay the war crimes back, like the amount they owed and everything. So got to be really careful with that. Because we rely on China so much, I'd say no. If it was a different country, if it was Italy or something like that, where it originated from, then they probably would do something like that for the damages. But because we just depend on China so much, it's like we can't really do that. You know, it's not feasible for us to do it because we depend on them for all of these items and all the labor, all these things that they do for us. That we couldn't do that even if we wanted to. So whether it's natural, whether it was created by them, but it's also possible if it was created, let's say, and I know I don't want to upset you guys. It's cool. Okay, it was natural. All right, let's just say suppose there's a 5% chance it was created by somebody. Is it 100% that China was the one who created it? It isn't, right? It's possible it could have been created by some other country that's technologically advanced, and it was released there for some kind of other reason, aim, or purpose, right? It is very possible. So even if that's a 5% chance or whatever, or 1% chance or 0.5, whatever, I don't want to piss people off, but we still probably won't hold China accountable for it. Either way. And the last one, Kachurino said, Trev I walk outside and what I see is a war zone. Man sets car on fire. Man throwing dog. It is insane. So I don't know if you were joking with this one, man, but I take it your word for it. And yeah, it's really crazy. So that's the video for today, guys. I know that was about a half Walking Dead video, or maybe a quarter, and a lot world events. But you know, when the world events are affecting Walking Dead to the point where the new series is going to be pushed back, Fear is probably going to be pushed back, season 11 is going to be pushed back. You know, it's part of the same conversation. So that's what it is. So that's what the CRM means. Let me know what you guys think. Where are you guys at with this? And what do you want to do for the videos? Like, are you guys okay talking about this sometimes, or are you kind of where it's like, you know, Trev, let's not bring in any of the stuff to do with that, you know, or even discuss it whatsoever. So because you just want to escape from that when we're online and we're doing our stuff. Leave the comments, let me know. And I look forward to tomorrow night, man. I look forward to seeing you guys. It's going to be a lot of fun, and should be a great new episode. And I want to check out Talking Dead afterwards to see. And then we'll do the live stream basically after that at about 12 a.m. Eastern time. So if you want to join for the live stream, that's when. If you like the video, thumb it up, share, favorite. Stay safe out there, guys. Do your damnedest. Do your best. Take care of each other. Take care of yourselves. Try to keep your immune system up. Try to get some home workouts in or whatever. Eat well. Take your vitamins. And I'll see you guys again soon. As always, this is Trev, and I'm saying peace. Later, guys. See you soon.